Are you playing with that? Hey guys, welcome to another video. I've got a special guest, a co-host this evening, and everything's funny. Can you do that? Look at this. In case you guys don't know, if you haven't seen this before, this is Mad Matter. It's kind of like kinetic sand, but it's a little more doughy. But you still don't have the mess that you do with any other sand or Play-Doh or anything like that. It kind of sticks together. It doesn't really make a mess. Abigail having pica, she's always trying to put stuff like this in her mouth when she's playing with it. So we do give her a chewy so that she can occupy her mouth while she's playing and messing around with the sensory toys. They call these chewies P's and Q's. I don't know why, because they're shaped like P's and Q's. But we like them. They're pretty durable. They're some of the toughest ones that we've found. But I'll leave a couple links for you guys down below if you're interested in the Mad Matter. That's what the package looks like. I'll leave a link for that down below, and for the P's and Q's chewy. Okay, out of your mouth. Thank you. Here, get your chewy. Chewy. Good girl. Mind your P's and Q's, Abigail. I wanted to talk about respite care a little more in depth. Or not necessarily in depth, but from a different point of view, a different angle, something we haven't discussed before. Are you just going to keep eating this? It's non-toxic. There's another selling point. I wanted Abigail to come in and kind of co-host with me because I don't get to see a lot of her during the week, and she's not in a lot of videos during the week. So respite comes to the house, and they're here between 4 and 8, a few days a week. The thing is, I get off of work at 6, so you know I'm basically available at 6:30, but I don't get home until 8 o'clock when respite leaves. Priscilla and I will have a little mini dinner date or something like that. We'll run errands, we'll go clothes shopping for the kids, you know, whatever needs to be done in that time frame. And I get about an hour of Abigail before she starts winding down and go to bed. She goes to sleep at about 10 o'clock, and that's that. Now, Priscilla and I, we have differing opinions of respite care. And I think this is an important subject. If you have respite care, if you have child care, if you have anything similar, it's an important subject to communicate about. I don't like respite care very much because I feel like I want to go home after work. And I want to see my kids after work. And the hard thing is, I get off at 6. Abigail gets out of school at 3. So that puts the entire load of running kids around, running errands, going clothes shopping, going grocery shopping, taking care of a very busy 11-year-old, and running a 15-year-old around for all of his activities. That puts the entire load on Priscilla. Something important to, I guess, understand is that with Abigail, you know, if someone's alone with her, you know, if Isaiah has an after-school activity, that kind of thing, you literally can't go to the bathroom without taking her with you. She has to come into the restroom with you. Because if not, she's into everything. And by into everything, I mean things are broken and things are dumped and spilled, and she's running out of doors. She is very high maintenance. You know, we have a very positive attitude, and we're fully capable of taking care of our child. We feel like we're good at it. We really do. But man, she reminds us every single day of just how much we are amateurs, don't you? It's a hard job to do, the one-on-one care of a low-functioning child with autism. And it's important as spouses to remember the jobs that the other spouse has to do, to put yourself in their shoes. And I don't always do that. I think about myself as far as wanting to come home and spend time with the kids. And it's it would be it'd be a hard thing to come home to if I left Priscilla with Abigail, and all the house chores and all the managing the family activities and all the responsibilities of the household. If I left her to that every afternoon and then came home, I probably wouldn't be so eager to come home. The biggest thing to realize in our situation is that if someone is here with Abigail by themselves, they can't take a shower. They can't go to the restroom by themselves. Abigail has to go with them. They can't run upstairs to grab something. They can't have her out of their eyesight for more than a few seconds, or you're going to be cleaning something up, or Abigail is going to wander and get lost, or she's going to get hurt, worst case scenario. So that's the important thing to understand. I know there's a lot of families out there like that. You're all done? You're done with the interview? But we were just getting into it. We were going to talk about autism in the news. There's always some crummy news that we hear about in the world as far as autism is concerned, but I do think those things need to be addressed. We're generally pretty happy channel, so it's okay if I bring a little bit of doom and gloom every once in a while. But there was a teacher that was just arrested in Greenville, South Carolina. She was arrested for something she did back in 2014. Apparently, she locked a child with autism into a utility closet with the lights off for up to 30 minutes. She drug him across the floor on his knees. Now, this stuff happened back in 2014. There were other incidences where the teacher was reprimanded, by the administration for other actions that she had done, her disciplinary actions towards kids with special needs. That's what this teacher did, was work with special needs kids. I'll leave a link to the story down below so you guys can read it for yourself. You can check out the video on the story. My issue with it, and it was an issue that we had with Abigail with her school board here, is that things take so very long. If the parents hadn't filed a lawsuit against the school district, this stuff never would have been taken care of. Their child was has issues because of the treatment that he received in that classroom. Red flags went up previously for the administration when she was disciplined for her disciplinary measures. This stuff just shouldn't happen, and it shouldn't take so long to come to light. I mean, this is back in 2014, and she had incidences prior to that. This child has lost a lot of formative years because they said the child has had issues going back in the classroom. So, major problem, major issue. My piece of advice for other parents is always choose your battles, but don't be afraid to go in guns blazing when needed, because unfortunately it's needed a lot of times with our kids. And I commend these parents for taking the effort to go forward and file suit. It sucks that they had to do this for something to change, for something to be done about this negligent and abusive teacher. I've pretty much played with the Mad Matter the whole time. So contrary to that news, there is a story here locally that one of the news channels picked up, and it's about busing a student. It's a current thing going on. The parent is claiming that Duval County is not doing their job to get this student to their school safely. So there was an incident with the aide on the bus. That aide has since been removed from their position pending the investigation. The child was riding, I guess, 2.5 hours, so 5 hours total on the bus every day to this school. Now, Duval County has stepped up. Duval County has evaluated the bus routes. They shortened the bus routes. They added buses. They added personnel. They switched out personnel. They've done everything that they should do, short of the parent's request, which is to provide private transportation for the student. And that's just ridiculous. This bothers me because for every parent that just wants appropriate accommodations for their child, they want a reasonable bus route, they want a reasonable education in school, they want to see progress with their student, and they have to fight tooth and nail to get that, you have a parent like this. So that brings me back to the previous story. Choose your battles wisely. Don't make the rest of us look bad because you're going to go out there and fight some ridiculous fight that doesn't need to be fought. So speaking of news, of autism news, just news in general, we're going to be changing our shop hours for our business for a couple reasons. We're going to be, we're typically open Tuesday through Saturday. We're going to change that, even though Motorcycle Shop tradition is Tuesday through Saturday. We're going to change that from Monday to Friday. There's a couple reasons why. We have Surfers for Autism during the summer, and we do that on Saturdays. And we don't do it every Saturday, but we do it enough Saturdays to make a difference. The main reason, though, and the reason why it's going to stay like that is you guys have seen me complain before about not having enough time with the family, and the whole family's here on Saturdays, and I'm not. So it's something that I need to do, I feel. I need to put that first, and to heck with the Saturday business, they can just come in on Monday. And not to mention, I can make more videos, so that's a win for everybody. Other big news that we've got going on this month, May 25th, I believe it is. It's the end of the month. There is a panel of a few doctors, as in MDs, doctorates, degrees and stuff in a variety of things. Specialists in children, autism specialists, things of that nature. There's a panel of them that are going to be doing a live broadcast, basically, Q&A session, sit down, and I'm going to be on that panel too with my, what? You're all done? Okay, then go away. With my vast expertise, apparently I'm going to be on that panel as well. I don't know how I made that list. Dr. So-and-so and MD so-and-so and Asa, YouTuber, dad, motorcycle mechanic. I've lost my co-host. Hi. Hey, you want to scoot back in? Alright, there we go. So, of course, I will give you guys some links to that, especially on Facebook. I'll be talking about it on Twitter. But it's with Kids in the House, which is a massive online. They have a massive online presence. It's the biggest resource for parents and parenting and all things on that subject. I'm really nervous about that. I might have to bring some sensory items to play with while I'm live with a bunch of doctors. But everything that we talked about today, I'll leave links down below in the video description. All the news links and the stuff links and links to Kids in the House and all that stuff. So feel free to check that out. And we appreciate you guys watching. We really do. I hope you enjoyed my co-host. Okay. Say thanks for watching. We'll see you guys next time. Do this. Do this. Up here, though. That's thumbs up? Sure, thumbs up. All right. Bye. Oh, wait. We forgot to tell them that Friday is your birthday. You're going to be 12 years old. 12 years old. Can you believe it? 12. So Respite comes to the house, and they're... So Respite comes to the house, and they're here this week. One more time, ready? I gotta tell you, you were the least cooperative guest I've ever had on my show.